Being stupid.
All right. I thought she was going to be the Easter Bunny today.
No.
No, she's a painter.
Not
A
for nothing.
painter.
I'm a painter, but you can't see me.
I thought you were the Mad Hatter.
I'm really a painter.
Yeah, she's like a big palette.
Yeah, so
That has to be the creepiest thing I've ever seen. That was like a character out of Five Nights at Freddy's, bro. That's scary.
And welcome to the No Name Yet podcast. That is the podcast with no name. And on tonight's show is the man who's been riding around in the belly of a fish like Jonah, EJ.
Get out the belly. Gotta get spit out.
I wish I knew what fish I
I
was.
thought it was a whale.
Is a fish.
Oh, okay.
Is a fish. And for her second appearance, or some
Third.
people might say third appearance on the No Name Yet podcast, is the woman who can never turn down a costume.
Hey.
And what are you today, Pat?
Well, you can't see me.
Oh,
Well, I'm
God.
a painter.
Oh,
And
look,
this is like
she's an artist palette.
This
And
This is my nightmare tonight. Please sit down. Oh my God, this is horrific. That's
And-
scary. That thing is so scary.
making another appearance to the No Name Yet podcast is the man who sleeps in a Snapple race car kitty bed.
That's not true.
Griddy.
I may be able to fit that, but I don't sleep in that. I would be able
Whoa.
to fit them.
Where's your bed then?
Maybe I should get that though. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
That would be kind of neat, wouldn't it?
Be very neat, yes.
How many Snapple tops do you think you got to send in to get one of those?
Oh, I probably got enough. I got enough. If anybody has enough Snapple tops, I got enough.
Yes. There's a doctor
Trust
that would
me.
testify that he's got enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, Pat,
Yeah.
why are you breaking the mysticism that your costume produces by showing your face so you can drink your coffee?
Oh no, you didn't see my face.
It's like
I
you're
waited until
you're breaking the fourth wall.
no. See, I waited until the camera was off me before I drank my coffee.
He could blur it out. He could blur it out.
See, now I can see your face, and you can't see mine, and that's when I was drinking my coffee.
Yeah,
Okay,
see?
well,
Tell Rich
I
he's being
guess-
dramatic. He's being dramatic.
Oh, okay.
okay. Well, it's nice to have everybody on the third episode of season 5, the
That's
second
right.
installment of the No Name Yet podcast. Last week we did an iron sharpens iron, and once again, EJ came in with some good questions.
Thank you.
We had a dynamic conversation about Jonah.
Dynamic.
That's right,
So-
dynamic.
So this is the
Dynamic
first
duo
time
player.
that Griddy and Pat are seeing the new background.
Right.
And so when I introduced the new background, I just pointed out that we're going to try and stay clear of politics. And I'm just expressing my dissatisfaction with propaganda and war and
I think there's a couple of people that we could add on to that though.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
we
say, where's
could.
Kim Jong Un at? Or
It's a
Kim
little,
Jong Il?
we could
it's a
put-
little dated.
could-
We need extra.
But
people.
here, let me see. Here we've got my congressman dressed up like a clown. Senator Gillibrand and Senator Schumer dressed up like clowns. And then right here we have Joy Reid and Ben Shapiro with demon eyes, and Netanyahu with clown makeup on, and a nuclear explosion. And then Joe Biden with devil face. Right there we have what's his name? Boris Johnson, Zelensky dressed up. We have a drone. We have a B-2 bomber dropping bombs. A tank. Where are we? A tank. Which that figure? The tank. And then up at the top we have Putin and Xi Jinping.
Wonderful.
seemed
What
to
a
be
wonderful
the-
crew.
That seem to be the adults in
Can
the
I make a
room.
request? Can I make a request to put
Sure.
Nikki Haley on?
I don't want to put her in there. I really don't.
I like
wrong?
Nikki Haley.
She's a
You like her?
clown.
Yes, I do.
Oh, she's a
Wow.
demon.
Oh, here we're about to get political now.
Anyway,
No, we're not going to get
About to
political.
break out.
well, she's a demon on this show.
Okay.
So we're going to ask all the people on the background, are we still at war? Yes. Okay, we're still at war. People are still dying. So that's it for that. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So tonight's show is called 4 Stories. I asked everybody to bring a news story. So there's 4 of us on, and we're going to share our stories. So is there anybody in particular who would like to go first?
I want to go first.
I already raised my hand.
Yeah, Griddy raised his hand first.
Well, it didn't show me your screen, okay? So I didn't see you.
Well, I raised it. Rich saw. That's the
Oh,
person
I
who needs
said
to.
it.
There's
look,
Pat.
look. She took it off her
There you
costume
go.
again.
It's probably hot in there.
It is.
Ain't trying to
Now my
stand there
hair's
all
a
damn
mess,
day.
but what are you going to do?
Looks good.
Ugh,
Looking good.
got my costume taped.
And
to
up
me.
over her shoulder there, we have the McDonough family.
That's right.
Yeah. Not for long.
Uh-oh. Whoa. Why
Walls
not?
coming down, paint,
Oh.
walls being painted.
I thought there
The
was
whole-
family
the whole
drama.
wall
I
is
thought
coming
there was
down?
family issues.
No, I
happening.
shouldn't say the wall's coming down. The wall's going to be painted, but
Break
other
the
walls have been
down.
destroyed.
Oh.
Demolition.
So like,
Lots
are
of
you
different-
taking off the whole costume?
I'm just taking
Yeah,
all
man.
the tape
It's
because
80
the
degrees
tape
in
is-
there.
Okay.
No, I'm good. Okay.
Well, so what's your story, Mr. I raised my hand first.
Rich didn't tell me to go. You're not the host. I'm waiting for him to tell me when to go.
Thank you, Griddy.
Okay.
So
He's in
Griddy,
control of the show.
we'd love to hear your story.
Okay.
Huh.
So I saw this about maybe I think this happened about a month ago, but so maybe a couple months ago because it took a while for the footage to actually come out and to be released. But in South Carolina, there was a little girl on a school bus.
Yo.
And-
Did you really? just
There was a
steal
little
it?
girl on a school
Bro,
bus.
bro.
and
hold
she
on,
didn't
hold
wanna
on.
Did you
leave.
take his
Did
story?
you just steal my idea, bro?
What are you talking about?
Rich, you cannot let this stand.
What are you talking about?
This is
I
ridiculous
didn't
now.
even finish, dude. All I said was there's a little. I didn't even finish. Let me finish.
No,
There's
no,
a
no,
little
no.
girl on a school bus, and the video shows a couple of kids getting off, and the one girl I think forgot her stop or something. She's like, "I want to go back," and he's like, "No, you got to get off right now, and you got to walk backwards." The girl's like, I don't know, 6 or something like that. And she's like, no, I'm afraid there's a dog there. The dog. He's like, no, there's
Here
no
we
dog there.
go.
There's no dog there. There's no dog. So anyway, he is fighting with this little girl for 30 seconds. And he's like, you know what? Fine. I'll take you back. When he closes the door on her freaking arm. So her arm is stuck in the bus door. And he's driving back, and she's like, help, my arm is stuck. And he's like, oh, I don't care. She shouldn't have got her arm in there. And he's driving backwards down the block with her arm stuck in the freaking door. And then he lets her off, and she's like, yep, serves her right. And then that was it now. And he got fired for that. How
You
insane.
about to get fired for
How
stealing
insane.
people's
What are you
stories.
talking about?
I
what are
already
you talking about?
established with the good man Rich that
Who?
I was already going to talk about this before you got here.
I don't know
already
what
knew
you're
she
talking
was
about.
gonna do.
I didn't hear anything about you.
I
I
already
wasn't
knew what
involved.
she was
I wasn't
gonna do.
involved in any meetings.
And you know what? You didn't even do enough research, bro.
Okay,
This is
well, do you
not
even know what happened after that?
This isn't even the first time this has happened. This has happened
You know what happened after
multiple
that?
times.
You know they dropped the charges. They dropped the charges on the bus driver. The judge dropped the charge. Now the family's freaking out as they should be. Did you know that? Since you barely knew the story, did you know that? You ain't know that.
Yeah.
They dropped
You
the
ain't know
charges on the bus driver.
Yep.
What
And now
charges were there?
Like child abuse or something like that. Whatever this. Whatever, like,
They didn't
right.
charge him with
Child
anything.
endangerment. They know it was charged. They charge him, and then they go, "Oh, you know, there's no significant evidence, so we're gonna drop it, even though the footage is right there."
That's
I would say.
crazy.
Yeah, I've been on this story for a couple months now. I've been
Yo.
really following it close.
Yo, you're so
been
lucky
following
this
this
is
one close.
just in your show. The words that I would call you right now.
But I don't know what he's even talking about. I've been talking about this story for months. I've been like,
And
oh,
you
I can't.
did, and you did
I was like,
so
when are they
much
gonna
research? So
I said,
much.
when are they gonna drop the footage? You know, this is insane. This is a travesty. How could they do it? This was my kid. I would have shot the guy. I mean, I've been talking about this for months.
Yeah,
How
Pat.
can I steal your
What
story?
would you do if that was your kid?
If that was my kid, I'd go after the bus driver, go to the school, get the principal, the superintendent, call CBS 6 News. I would
Right.
do everything.
That's right.
I would
So,
shout it
so
from the
from what I
rooftop.
found,
She'd go assassinate him in a special costume.
from what I found in my actual research, unlike someone that's just stealing people's
Oh, here we
ideas
go. Yeah,
after
okay,
they tell
okay.
them it's in
Like I
confidence.
had time to steal. You saw I was running around like I had time to steal your story.
That's why you did it.
I
'cause
went
already
with
told
something
you
I
about
knew
it.
for months
That's not
about.
the point. That's not the point. The point is that from what I could tell, this happens a lot, and this was actually a tame one because I seen one where the girl actually got out the bus and her book bag got caught in the door,
Oh,
and she got dragged down the road,
Well,
and she got money, bro. She got banked for that. That one was bad.
I'm glad she got, but don't sound like this girl's gonna get anything.
There was another one where a little boy got stuck in the door, but he was like kind of just like closed on him, like he wasn't half in or half out the bus, like it just closed on him.
Right.
Mhm.
It happens a lot. It's
Do you
crazy.
follow like a Twitter page that keeps you updated on all these events? This is like you're like on the money with these. You
I'm
follow
just-
these,
I'm just
you follow
letting
these
you know,
events.
'cause-
You follow these events
listen.
closely.
If you would actually did the research,
Well, I know
instead
about
of
that
just-
one, but I knew about this one. I don't know where
instead
you're
I-
of
talking
taking
about.
what
I
I
stole.
told you yesterday,
I don't know
and
where
actually
you coming
doing
from.
the research, you
I
would
don't know
these
where
things.
you're coming from with this now.
So EJ, what kind of story did you bring?
Yeah, what did you bring? So you want to talk all this
Lordy,
crap?
You know what?
What
I
did
don't
you
have one
bring?
now. I don't have one now. 'cause
Oh,
you didn't bring a
stole my
story?
idea.
So he comes unprepared, and that's what he did. He came unprepared, and then he goes, "All
This
right."
is a
So the
setup,
first
man. This
person,
is a
the
setup.
first
You
person
guys-
that
you
says
guys
something, I'm gonna say,
planned this.
"Oh, you stole my story. You stole my story." And that's what I was gonna say.
This is a setup. I've been
like
hacked.
the
So
guy-
we know that Griddy stole your story. So we only have three.
How do we know
stories
that? How do we know? Where's
today.
the evidence of that? Where's the evidence of that? Show me black and white concrete evidence that I stole a story. That's a popular news story that very many people are closely following and I stole it though. What do you think? What do you think he did? Investigative journalism? He went to the parents' house and spoke to them
EJ
directly?
is a
I was out
Bible
there on the streets,
reading
okay?
young man, and I
Bible reading, but not practicing. It's two different things, and you know that from being in the church, Rich.
You're the
You know
one
that
that's
people
the
in the
thief
church,
here, not
okay,
me.
because you knew many people that were using the Bible, that were reading the Bible, and then were embezzling millions of dollars. And he's one of those people that do things like that. He would not. I do not steal. I follow the Ten Commandments. I do not
Don't
steal.
say
now that is
do not steal.
completely out of line.
I do not steal.
You are talking about the fan favorite of Iron Sharpens Iron.
Okay, he can be a fan.
And he
That's
is on the path to righteousness.
You
fine.
hear
He on
that?
the
I'm
he on the
the
path. He's way back though. He's way back.
You have fallen. You have fallen off the path.
Don't worry about me. So you judging me. You
I
judging me
am.
right now. You shouldn't be doing that.
Oh, but well,
Okay, take the log out of your eye before you take the thorn out of my eye, okay, buddy? You talking
Listen,
about I stole from you and all
you're a
this stuff.
thief. You're a thief.
The
and you
splinter,
know it.
not the
Whatever.
thorn. The
The
splinter.
thorn, the splinter doesn't matter. You gonna debate semantics right now? You know what I was talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
For real. Oh yeah, now he's gonna play the
You know what?
That's what I was
You know
gonna
what?
say.
I actually,
That's
I
what I
actually
was
do.
gonna say.
I actually do have another story.
Yeah, as you should. As
Because I
you
knew
should.
that you would do this to me. Because I knew that you would do this to
Oh,
me.
yo, get real.
So I
bro.
actually was
get
prepared. for you.
freaking real.
I was prepared for you. All right. Did you guys hear today? FBI thinks that they found another spy balloon. Damn Chinese.
Breaking news. This was like
Breaking
3 days
news.
ago. This was like 3 days ago.
A new spy balloon.
Yeah.
Well, they claim it's just wreckage, but they're waiting for it to float in to the shore so they can go grab it and actually see what it is. But they just claim it's
There ain't
it's
no
just
damn
trash,
spy balloon.
just garbage. How dare you? What about the other
So
one?
what are they distracting us from now? The
Yeah,
fact
like
that
it's a spy
that
balloon.
Biden's campaign is collapsing.
He's physically collapsing.
The
First of all, Biden
genocide
is slacking.
continues. That Ukraine is
Biden
losing
is slacking
miserably.
'cause
What
when
are
that
they
first
trying to distract us from?
well,
Oh, look
I
at
don't
the
know what
balloon. Look at
Biden's
the
doing.
balloon.
I think his dementia got worse because when that first spy balloon they found, he just gave the order to blow it out of the sky. Now he's messing around.
What is he doing?
He's not doing anything about it. He's like, well, we'll wait and see what happens.
Let it
Like, well,
come
what
by.
happened before? You gave the order right away, and
It
they
ain't
shot it out of the
nothing. A
sky. I
freaking
mean,
balloon. Get out of here.
So Pat, what do you think of the Chinese?
What do I think about the Chinese? Well, if you
Oh, what a
believe the
question.
TikTok thing or the balloon or just China in general.
So do you
What's the
think China
question?
is a big threat to the United States?
Oh yeah,
They
don't
make
you?
they make 90% of the stuff that we consume.
Yep,
Mhm.
and I do believe
Like
the
we would,
TikTok
like we
thing
didn't
too.
trust somebody like that. Isn't
That-
their
Yeah.
military really bad right now, though? That's what Clay was telling me, that their military is not doing
Well,
good.
they don't.
They
What
don't
I've
get
heard from
rewards. They
Like
don't
they did, like
practice
they
we do.
did an audit on their military, and they found out that it was just totally inferior. That's what Clay told me. So
well,
this
it's
is
quite
wrong.
possible because they really don't invest
I mean, well,
in
China
their
making something
military.
inferior. Who would have thought? When have they done that before? Wow, they made something that falls apart. No way, them never, never.
I think the Chinese get a bad rap.
No, I didn't say nothing about the China. I said what they make over there.
Yeah, I'm not making sweeping generalizations.
Yeah, we're
but
not saying that
I think
Chinese
their
people.
government. I think their government.
Well, you like
is-
your
is-
iPhone, right?
I do
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
I do like that. But that acts up. That
Well,
falls
maybe-
apart.
Maybe
That'd
we
be
can
falling
bring
apart.
maybe we can bring production of the iPhone back to the United States, and we
I
could
think
all
we
purchase
should.
one for
No,
$12,000.
they're sending that one to India. They already said that. Tesla and I think Apple are moving to India.
I think
They'll
they should
never
do it
come
here.
back.
We're
Yeah.
getting all these new immigrants coming in. We need more jobs, man.
They'll never bring
Mhm.
jobs back to the U.S. That's ridiculous. I wish that ain't happening. That ain't freaking happening.
So anyway,
So pretty much the weekend we'll know if it's a spy balloon or not.
That's
Okay.
right. What will we see? Like cameras on there? What is the spy
Well,
material?
yeah, they were saying they were gonna go, take a look at it, see what
So
it
what
is.
do they?
see if
What do they
it's any
exactly spy with the balloon? What is their theory about what they do with that?
They're probably just getting like geographical knowledge, see where everything's laid out.
Like they
you know
can't
what
get
I mean?
that some other way.
well,
They're
I
also
mean,
probably
it's
testing
complete.
the weather and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. They're probably testing to see what the weather's like out here. And
They can
all
just watch
that
the Weather
shit.
Channel.
Yeah, it's complete nonsense.
They tested the weather.
I mean, back in the 80s and 90s, they we would hear on the news that we had satellites that they could hone in on a quarter in somebody's hand. I mean, why would the Chinese be sending over a balloon?
A balloon, bro.
To spy?
Well, why
A
did they do it?
freaking
Why did they
balloon.
send the last balloon?
They did it, man. A balloon.
Well,
Are you
yeah,
serious?
I mean, their story I thought was that one got away. I mean,
the one that got away.
we put up weather balloons. I mean,
Well, I don't think that they would shoot down their own weather balloon.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I maybe
It seems a little absurd to me.
It's some
Well,
complicated.
there's someone that saw them shoot the balloon down because it was like pretty much right over my house, maybe a couple blocks away. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not saying that the U.S. weren't worried. I'm saying I
Wow.
don't think it was anything that crazy. A balloon.
Did you actually see it?
it woke me up, and then my friend was actually recording it because he was at his mom's house, and they flew right over her house when they did it, and he sent me a
Wow.
video. I'm like, no way, I
You
don't
heard the
believe
balloon
it.
pop? Did you hear it get shot down?
Yeah, it woke me up. Cheryl ran in my room. She's like, "What was that?" I'm like, "I was sleeping. How am I supposed to know?"
Right.
Oh wow!
It was a spy balloon.
Did you get to see it before they shot it down? Was it visible to you?
He was asleep.
I was
No.
asleep, but from what I could tell, everybody saw it. Like everybody that was like driving around, like they saw it.
Yeah.
They did see it.
Perhaps
Oh,
the spy balloon was recording the sleeping habits of
Right. It was
young,
getting your REM cycles.
young male American.
in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, that's cool to see it though.
Well, that's all I got for you. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, my first
Thanks.
story, I had a lot more.
Thanks a
more
lot. You really,
information, but,
you
know.
really came prepared, bro.
Yeah.
You really came prepared, man. Really. Good
I got
job,
played.
bro.
I got played today.
Good job.
Good job. You really, you tried. You tried, I guess. I don't know.
Well, EJ, I got to tell you though, it was a much superior story to that bus story.
Mm,
Yeah, okay.
thank you.
Mine was way more harrowing, way more dramatic. A balloon, get real. Get real.
So, Pat,
Yes.
how about your story?
My story was something I saw on television this week with Jon Stewart and his dog, his rescue dog. Did anybody see that?
He's blind?
No, the rescue dog wasn't blind. He
No, Jon
rescued
Stewart.
him.
Why does he have? I'm thinking of a seeing
No,
eye
no,
dog.
no. He
Like, why does he have
he rescued a dog from the New York City shelter, and it was a pit bull. And pit bulls always get a very bad rap. He had the dog for 9 years.
Like the Chinese.
Right, right.
So
the
the
Chinese
dog,
and the Pitbulls will kill your children, though. That's
so he had, it was beautiful. He showed the dog playing. Oh, he was a 3-legged dog.
Oh, how nice.
Yes,
do they
it
have
was
a
a
wheel?
3-legged dog. He said they put the puppy
What's so
in.
funny? They have wheels when they like that. You never seen the dogs with the wheels?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this dog didn't have wheels. What he showed was
Wow,
a
he's
dog
strong.
outside playing in the snow, and then Jon Stewart just lost it. He was crying, and it was, I thought it was so beautiful because number one, he rescued the dog. Number two, it was handicapped, and he just loved this dog. He took it to work every day, and he just cried through the whole interview. And it's funny because pit bulls, you always hear of, oh my God, a pit bull, but they're so loving. I met a person at Ellis the other day, and she has rescued a pit bull. And I noticed, we became friends on Facebook, and I noticed her pictures of the pit bull. Another friend of mine, she loves her pit bull. And it's like they're such beautiful animals, so sensitive. And yet when you hear that word, it's always fear.
Mhm.
So I like the fact that my friends have it, and Jon Stewart talked about how loving this dog was. And I'm happy to hear that the pit bulls are getting a little bit more good press instead of,
and
stay
the
away
dog
from them.
died, right? The dog
Yeah,
died.
yeah.
I was about to say, why is he crying?
Oh yeah, he was crying because he rescued him 9 years
And
ago.
he did this on the air in front
He
of
did this on the air.
millions of people.
Yes, millions of people,
Yeah,
but he's only on Monday nights. He came back after 9 years, and this was, I believe, his second show. I didn't see it, but I just saw it, on news clips or whatever. But I was really happy because it was a pit bull, and like I say, they always get such a bad rap.
So
But
now
everybody loves dogs. I just heard you have a dog, Rich.
I do
Sally?
have a dog. Yes, I do.
What kind of dog is Sally?
She's a mutt.
She's a mutt. Did you
Yeah.
rescue her?
Well, I didn't rescue her. She, a woman had to catch her in a trap. Yes. Somebody came
trap.
by and dumped her in a pit on her property.
Oh,
And the dog was very skittish and they couldn't get near her. So they put have a heart trap out. And after 3 weeks, they nabbed her.
And she was scared. And she was scared of you guys for like 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was crazy.
So now
Poor
I've had her
thing.
about 9 years, and she's elderly, and she's blind, and she's deaf,
Deaf.
and a little demented. So she stares at walls.
Well, she's
Oh.
blind. She doesn't know what she's looking at.
Right.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
she
or
is
she's
she
getting
staring?
messages from the dog
Is she
world.
staring?
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Is it staring if you're blind? Can blind people stare? I don't think so.
I
Right?
don't know. I don't think so.
Right? It's not technically. It's not. It's just.
You don't know what you're
What do you
looking at.
call it? Gazing? What do you even? What do you
Gazing,
say?
I guess. Well, she
gazing, I
walks
guess.
up to the wall and she just
She's facing the wall.
facing the wall.
What do you say when a blind person's staring at you? Oh, why are you facing me?
Well, I guess I'd call her sight impaired because she's got to see something.
Right.
Oh, okay. She's not totally
She's
blind.
legally blind, like us.
Yeah, legally blind. And
Visually
so-
impaired.
We got to get it with the
one would
commission.
say.
The commission for the blind.
Yeah.
like we did.
And,
Oh my God,
occasionally
the
she
dog
gets
you
her.
can't-
dog for your dog.
Yeah, get her a seeing eye dog. Have him like in a line. Have like the leash around her neck and then put it on the other
Right,
dog's neck.
Yeah.
I have a really heartwarming story with a pit bull actually. Since Pat brought up pit bulls, they really get a bad rap. They really do get a bad rap. So
Yes,
when I was a
do.
baby, I was sitting in the car and this pit bull comes over and starts basically attacking me. And my mother jumps over me, and the pit bull's attacking, and my dad has to go and beat it off my mom, and the pit bull's ready to kill me. And I think the owner eventually came up, but I almost got eaten by a pit bull. So I might either I was not gonna be here, or I was gonna be here deformed. So that is my heartwarming pit bull story.
That's not heartwarming at all.
It's heartwarming because I survived in a mother's love. She jumped over me.
Yeah.
She protected me, and my dad they didn't run away. She said,
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Just like the Chinese, the pit bulls will rip your chest.
Yeah, I almost got eaten, bro. I almost got eaten.
Just like the Chinese.
I was almost either not here or I would have been here with half a face.
Well, I've got a heartwarming pit bull story too.
Oh boy.
I'll go last.
So I was taking care of my friend's dog, who was half pit bull and half lab, and so I brought her to the park, and I was letting her run around the park a little bit like that, and I decided to to swing on a swing, and when I did, the dog became incensed and attacked me and bit me on my back.
Get out.
Yeah.
What a cute story.
Yeah,
but it was a love bite though.
A really heartwarming
playful.
story.
It was a playful bite.
Yeah.
It was a playful bite that hurt really bad.
Well,
Okay,
that
so
kind of negates everything I just said about pit bulls.
What's your story?
But how?
Yeah, these
These
were
were beautiful.
he was with the dog in the park.
Heartwarming stories.
The dog jumped on him out of
There was
love.
nothing
and bit
more
him,
that I wanted that day than for her to sink her teeth into my back.
In a loving way, though. She
So-
was showing her affection.
So my
Come on.
uncle, he likes having a lot of dogs, So he had
Well, other dogs
he
bite
had two
too.
Rottweilers.
My
and
brother
one pit
was
bull.
a
I could say this: I've never been bitten by another dog or attacked by another dog. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I've never been attacked by another dog after that.
Oh
Go
my
ahead, Eddie. Go ahead.
So
Tell us
So
your
my
heartwarming
uncle likes
story.
having a bunch of dogs. So he had two Rottweilers. They're actually good dogs. You want to talk about a good dog? They're good dogs. He got a pit bull, and it was fine. Everything was fine. I think the Rotties kept the pit bull in check, right? It was fine up until he got a second one.
Uh-oh.
Once he got the second pit, this is when he lived downstairs from me. My grandma let her dog out. It's a mutt, old. Cataracts, thicker than coke
Didn't stand a chance.
lids. And
Didn't stand a chance.
and they let their dogs out, and that one pit bull, that last pit bull they got, just ran up the stairs. Bro, I got home from school. I went to go put my bag down in the back room. I see the dog laying on the floor. There's blood on the floor. I'm like, what happened? Well, your uncle let the pits out and they tore her up. Oh my God, no.
Both of them? Both of them did?
Once the first one, once the new one got going, I guess the other one just was like, fuck it, I'm in there. I'll do
Hive
it too.
mentality, the gang mentality. What a sweet side. Well, they came out to play. They just wanted to play.
They just
It
wanted
was-
to play. Yeah.
No, the dog was a little
That is a
old.
nice
Senior
story.
citizen dog.
It's just
The
that they
barely
were,
walk.
they were younger. They played a little rough, and the older
Oh,
dog didn't
yeah,
know how to
very rough,
handle it.
bro.
It's just like these are really, these are the kind of stories they should be, showing about pit bulls. These are the really heartwarming stories that need to be.
I know.
But they get a bad rap,
Not those
though.
negative
They get a bad
stories.
rap.
Yeah, this is no. They need to talk about this because you never hear
Yeah.
stories like this.
And you know
Never
something?
hear a story like that.
The two Rottweilers that my uncle had didn't even get involved. They were like, we want nothing to do with this.
You always hear about them being
So-
vicious and attacking and malicious. But I mean, these are good stories. This is what the media doesn't want. This is the other side of the pit bulls that the media doesn't want to show you because of this.
I would leave
fear-mongering.
my infant child alone with a pit bull.
Oh
Sure.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It'll be
Oh, yeah.
fine.
Yeah, for sure. You ever see those videos like the baby sleeping with the dog? That's what I could. If
Yeah,
I had a
yeah.
Pitbull, that's what I would picture. Now I've never seen one of them doing that. I've never seen that. But
yeah,
if
I've
I
never
had
seen it,
one,
but
yeah, I would. If I had one, though, I would allow my child to.
just like the Chinese, I would let my kid get in bed with the Chinese. Sure.
Okay, let's. I don't know. I don't know where you're going with that one, but I don't co-sign that one at all.
So I did want to mention the cup that I have here.
Right.
That this cup was given both to myself and Griddy.
Right.
For some things that we had said about animals.
Vegans.
And vegans. Yeah, vegans. Yeah, that's right. So this mug says friends, not food.
Right.
And it has a picture of a cow and some pigs and
That's all food.
Yep. And I
Looks
think
like a good meal.
I think this right here is a pit bull
That one must have come from China.
waiting to attack that pig.
That's our food.
But I was curious, since
This is a beautiful mug.
A vegan mug, I am drinking coffee with half and half.
Oh, I've been drinking beef broth out of mine.
No, really?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, wow.
Tastes wonderful. You put a little bit of, little rice in it, you scoop it out. It's really good. Beef broth, chicken broth. When I'm feeling sick, I put it specifically in that because that one has the right shape. That one has the right shape, I feel like, for some reason. That's
Drinking
just
chicken
the perfect
broth is
mug.
good for a cold.
Yeah.
Yes.
To me, that's the perfect mug. It just fits so well in that one. I do love that mug, though. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Very nice.
It'd probably be a good mug for chili, too.
Oh, yeah. Nice, hearty, chunky beef chili.
And,
Extra beef.
we haven't brought this up in a while. What I'm drinking,
Uh-oh.
I'm drinking a Schweppes seltzer water.
Beautiful.
Lemon lime.
Disgusting.
Very good.
Could not think of anything I would rather
I'm
not be
drinking
drinking
that
right now.
out of this mug.
That's
Oh,
right. That's
okay.
the mug. Got Mr. Two Mugs. Got 2 mugs.
Griddy knows
Matching
best.
mugs.
That's courtesy of Justin. Get us all one for Christmas.
Oh.
That's right. Shout out to Justin.
So, Griddy, what do you think about what's his name again, Pat? That you were talking about?
Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart. What do you think about Jon Stewart crying in front of all those people on?
If I'm gonna make fun of anybody for crying, that'll be really dumb of me. So I can't comment on other men crying when I cry like every day.
I will comment for you. Get a grip.
Yeah.
You're on national TV.
Now, would I do that on ABC 7 prime time? Probably not. It wasn't like, my kid got blown up or something with a landmine. It wasn't that crazy. I wouldn't be crying.
This is why I tell everybody to get a turtle, because
they outlive you.
You'll go through 4 dogs and then you'll die before that turtle dies.
Right? I just had the same turtles as I known them.
So Pat, do you regret bringing the story to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't really
my
see.
gosh,
I think they need to play this for like Pitbull commercials to get to spread the word about how they're viewed.
But you all
Such a
had a
negative
bad
light.
story about a pit bull.
I don't see anything. I don't see anything wrong with my
I don't
story.
remember having a good one.
Those are all traumatic.
Mine.
what
The
I'm
Pitbull
saying is,
came up to greet a baby. Pastor went to the park with the Pitbull, and the Pitbulls in Eddie's story went to go play with the elderly dog. I don't see anything. I don't see any issues.
Yeah.
It was really sweet
here
stuff.
I'm thinking that pit bulls, but I got to tell you, my brother was a mailman for 30 years or so,
Uh-oh.
and he got bit by a dog.
What kind of dog?
What kind was it?
Well, everybody thinks it's a German Shepherd or a Rottweiler or a pit bull. It was a man.
Don't say it was a Chihuahua.
No.
Was it a Yorkie?
It was no. It was the one, the hush puppy dog. What is that?
Hot dog?
No, it's not.
Basset Hound.
Basset Hound. Yes,
What is
it was a
that?
Yeah,
Basset.
they
like the
are
hunting
pretty
dogs.
ornery dogs.
Yeah,
from
but
what I've heard.
But they're like slow dogs, and they're like close to the ground.
Mhm.
Well, not this one. This one came out, shot out.
Really?
like
One of these things? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
Rose. Let me see him again.
Oh, I just clicked it off. Hold on. There you go.
My mother's cousin had
Oh.
some of those, and I thought that I had heard that they can be pretty grouchy.
Is this the one from Lady and the Tramp, or is that a different one?
Well, you
No.
guys are too young, but when I was a little kid, there was a television show called Cleo, and it was with Jackie Cooper. And
Oh, I had a Cleo storybook.
you don't have Cleo's story. Cleo the Basset Hound?
Yeah, I had a Cleo storybook. I didn't know it was a show.
How cute.
It was one of those
Oh
little
my-
golden books.
Yes. And
I
it's
grew up on
funny because
corduroy. I don't
during
know
my
about Cleo.
clean out, I just found it.
Oh,
And to me,
wow.
that was my most precious book. When I was
Wow.
3 years old, I got it. And I remember taking it for show and tell, and I knew all the words. So at 5 years old, I said it all to my class. But Cleo was my absolute favorite golden book. And you have it, Rich?
Well,
can't
I
believe-
did. I don't think we have it now, but
Oh, that's my favorite.
I remember it was a green cover and a picture of the
Yes.
dog. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my
I wouldn't have
goodness.
remembered it if you hadn't said that. But
Oh, and it's funny because I just found it the other day.
oh, that's
So
nice.
excited. See, again, that's connecting the dots. That's what I call it. I talked about it. You knew about it. How
Mhm.
cool is that?
Same thing with the Pitbulls. We all had a story to tell.
Yeah, we all had a
Oh, a great story.
good memories of pit
Yeah,
bulls.
very fond memories.
Now, the one thing that you really don't encounter much, or at least, I now live in the same neighborhood that I grew up in. There used to be houses that used to have Doberman pincers,
Mhm.
and those dogs would scare the living hell out of me when I'd be walking to school. They
Oh,
would
God.
jump, and they like the fence was like 7 feet high, and they're just like they're jumping high enough to
Peeking over the
possibly
fence.
come over. Yeah, you don't see those dogs anymore.
Doberman Pinscher. What is that?
Yeah.
All you see is their head. Like, yeah, we could get over there if we want.
Well, the two around the corner would come real close to getting over that fence.
Oh, these are big.
Yeah, they're big.
They got big ears.
Well, they're good watchdogs, aren't
They're
they? The
tall.
ones.
Well, they're extremely loyal. So
Yeah.
if you're the owner, you're safe.
Mhm.
It's anybody else.
Oh yeah.
And German Shepherds used to kind of terrorize the neighborhood too.
Well, today on I never watch Entertainment Tonight, and they showed an 8-year-old girl walking to school and a German Shepherd attacking her.
Oh, wow.
And then the woman next door came out with a broom and started hitting the German Shepherd. But that German Shepherd really got a hold of that girl's head. She's got stitches
Lord.
in her head. She's got cuts on her forehead, so on and so forth. But man,
But dogs are good. Dogs, but the moral of the story is dogs are good and misunderstood.
no, that's I don't know. And they couldn't find the owner. So when you hear that, then you got to think of the rabies vaccines and all that.
Well, to be fair, let's say that was your dog that got out and did that. Would you really want to go claim that as your dog?
I'd be like,
It's
I don't
not a
know
good
that-
look.
I don't know that guy. I don't know who
Yeah,
this
that's
is.
not my dog. I never
I
seen
do
him
not know
before.
who this is. That's not not
You
me.
just suddenly throw all your pictures with your dog out. Like that's
Never
I don't
seen
know him.
Never
I
seen
saw
him.
it before in my life.
No, I had a dog that looked just like that, but he died. He's buried in the backyard. It's not him.
Yeah.
So when I was going to
When I was a
college, this one guy that I knew was telling us about his brother that worked for this communications company in Indonesia. And so he had to work in these really remote locations. They were putting up different towers at that particular point in time. And in Indonesia they have those Komodo dragons.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Eddie loves
So
those.
he was in this really remote area.
That's worse
and
than any Pitbull.
he had a housekeeper, and the housekeeper let the dog out, and apparently one of these Komodo dragons came into the village and started eating the dog. And so she was outside beating this dinosaur over the head with a broom, and I guess his wife ran out and pulled her back in the house.
To be fair,
Wow.
And the dog was no more.
No
Well,
way.
To be fair, even if he just bit him once and let him go, he would have died.
But you know what happened though?
What?
The next door neighbor's dog, which was a Pitbull, attacked the Komodo dragon.
Oh, of course.
You need to stop. You need to stop with your lying
And won. Well, that was nice of him because he was saved the other dog.
To save the other dog, yeah. He saved the other dog.
That dog still died.
Yeah. I mean, then he bit the other dog, but it was just playful.
Then he finished the other dog off.
Yeah, it was just playful.
When
The
he
other
was
dog ended up
done.
dying, but not from the Pitbull, for the Komodo dragon. Save the day.
Save the day. So I'll share with you my story.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm waiting.
Let's see this.
So this is a short story, so I'm going to just read it right to you. Kellogg's CEO.
Oh, this freaking guy, man.
Faces backlash for saying people should eat cereal for dinner to save money.
This guy is such a clown, bro. Add him to that background. I saw this the other day. And I was like, what? Who's eating? You got to be. I mean, I've eaten cereal for dinner, and I was not in a good space.
Listen,
I was not in a good position.
I was gonna say when I moved out and all I could afford was cereal and cup soups. I mean,
It's not optimal though. It's not optimal. It's not suggestion.
No, it's not sustainable. No. You will die actually.
So here's the story. Let them eat cornflakes appears to be Kellogg's CEO Gary Pilnick's advice to cash-strapped shoppers who are spending the highest portion of their income on food than at any point in the last 30 years. In an interview with CNBC last week, WK Kellogg CEO Pilnick said the company was advertising cereal for dinner to customers looking for more affordable options.
Bruh.
Give chicken the night off, the ad's cheery tagline reads. WK Kellogg owns cereals such as Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Corn Flakes, Raisin Bran, and others. The cereal category has always been quite affordable and tends to be a great destination when customers are under pressure. Pilnick said, if you think about the cost of cereal for a family versus what they might otherwise do, that's going to be much more affordable.
Because it's a snack, boy.
I think if people actually listen to this guy, I think they would get their kids taken away for child abuse.
This is insane, bro.
Yeah.
If this is the case, they better make like a meatloaf cereal with a side with a mac and cheese cereal and like a freaking bread, and then you put them together to make a meal. You everybody get you Frosted Flakes for dinner, right? He better do some Willy Wonka stuff and make like a super fantastic cereal that turns into dinner.
What do you think about that, Pat?
I love my oatmeal, so if he was saying oatmeal for dinner, I'd give it a shot.
That ain't gonna fill you up.
Yeah, but oatmeal is. I like oatmeal.
No, so what kind of oatmeal do you make? Do you?
I like the high fiber. It's Quaker Oats, high fiber, something or other.
Do you make the one that you stir? You stir it in?
Yeah, I make the instant. That's easy.
And you like it with milk or what?
Microwave. But yeah, if somebody gave me oatmeal for dinner, I'd be really happy.
Good. Do that for a week and report back. See how you like it. Do the old Kellogg test.
I wanted to show you the commercial.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
They really made a commercial for this?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
No way.
Yeah, the commercial's real. Watch
you
this.
Gotta be kidding me.
Watch this.
This isn't an SNL skit.
No, you know how I came across this story from Reddit, and it's a Reddit group called "This Is Not the Onion."
Wow.
When I say cereal,
Full screen
you
it.
say dinner. Cereal. Dinner. Cereal.
Chicken!
You can have the night off, chicken.
Ah, okay, I'll go marinate.
Cereal. Dinner. Cereal.
They don't show that the family's also in foreclosure and the dad just lost his job and he's
I don't know. Can you believe this is actually
there's a
You
lot
have a
more
single parent
there's a
with
lot more to
cereal for
that
dinner?
commercial that the family's gonna get a divorce and the mom has got laid off too. Dad's ready to end it. They got no income
Yeah.
anymore. But yay, cereal.
three of
yay.
the four tires on the car are bald.
Bro, I mean, we have been in a situation before. We did not eat cereal for dinner. We ate McDonald's for dinner. That's what we did. That's what back when it was you could do that. Now
Back when it
McDonald's
was
for
still
dinner.
affordable.
Yeah, now McDonald's is like, oh, we're gonna go out. It's gonna be a big night. McDonald's. It's gonna be fancy. No, we have never done the cereal for breakfast for dinner. We never.
Yeah,
done
but how about pancakes and eggs and sausage? I bet you've had
that's
that.
a meal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
that's
talking about. That's
You can
that's
live
what
off
he.
of that.
That's
Yeah, we've
I
had
mean,
breakfast for dinner before.
Yeah, that has protein. I mean, that's one of my favorite
But
things.
Frosted Flakes, like
So it doesn't
you're gonna serve
it
your
doesn't
family
even-
Frosted Flakes for dinner.
doesn't even compare. I've heard stories of guys be like, I've fed my kids for a week and didn't even eat. Like I just let them eat, and I went into the room and just basically died. Yeah, I've never heard a story that goes, "Oh yeah, we ate Frosted Flakes for cereal." I've never heard that story in my life.
Well,
That
you
is-
know that the Kellogg CEO also pissed off a lot of animal lovers when they proposed that you start feeding your pit bull with cereal.
They don't deserve that. They don't deserve that.
They need meat in their diet.
How come? Is there any Pitbull mascots? Like there's like Tony the Tiger. There's like the Bee. There's no Pitbull. Like the Target used to have the dog with the little thing on its eye. Has there ever
Wait
been
a
a Pitbull
minute,
mascot?
wasn't there a pit bull? Hold on here. What was that? Target, right? Isn't that
No,
a
that
pit
was
bull?
like the dog with the with the little
Yeah.
thing. But that wasn't a pit bull.
Aren't
You sure?
yeah, aren't they kind of related?
Let me see. They don't use that anymore though.
Well, I know that Johnson and Johnson uses pit bulls for a mascot for Stitches.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that
Yeah,
down.
the company that puts lead in their baby powder. Yeah, those are real
Yeah.
real upstanding guys. What kind of dog is this?
There you go. I'm telling you, that's
That's a
Target
pit bull?
pit bull, isn't it?
Now,
Oh,
what's that dog called?
It's gotta be.
It's called is Bullseye the mascot is a bull terrier.
Bull Terrier.
Bull
That's- yeah.
Terrier. Okay.
I've never seen a Pitbull mascot. I wonder why they never use like a happy, friendly thing with a Pitbull. It's very odd. You
Yeah.
think it's like, you would think those things go hand in hand. How is that not? It's like an untapped market right there.
It sounds like
Well,
it would be like a
Like you
minor
never see
league
like on a
team.
baby, like on a baby's shirt or onesie. Stephanie just had a baby, and they don't make Pitbull onesies or like a blanket with a Pitbull.
Mhm.
You just never see things like that. It's very odd. I really am wondering. It's like, you really put those things hand in hand.
All right, so would you rather give your kid a stuffed teddy bear or a stuffed pit bull?
A Pitbull, of
Te-
course.
Teddy bear. Come
Of
on.
course.
Everybody knows that. Teddy bear.
No.
I just
Anybody
think
ever
it's
see the
weird,
movie Ted? Did you guys laugh at Ted?
I've always wanted. I've never sat down to watch. I know I will like it. I've never sat down to watch it though. Surprisingly,
I've seen it. I thought it was.
they just made a show for it on Peacock.
There's Liam Neeson is in one of them.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
That's when he's checking out the cereal, right? He's checking out tricks or something, Lucky Charms. No, checking out tricks.
I
Yeah,
can watch
yeah.
that over and over again.
Yeah, that was
So,
good.
so
That's
what
all
would
I've
what would you rather give a niece or like a granddaughter, like a strawberry shortcake doll or
seen.
a pit bull with like this mysterious red substance around its mouth and teeth?
Obviously, the pit bull. Come on.
Yeah, the Pitbull. I mean, it really screams friendly. When I think of a Pitbull, I think kind, warm, nurturing. friendly, just like a dog you really just want to let loose in a room full of kids.
Yeah.
Really.
You
That's
bring that to
what
the
I think.
daycare.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
daycare.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why doesn't the petting zoo bring in a big pit bull?
It would be great if when my niece and nephew were going to the Little Red Schoolhouse daycare, and they could just release all the pit bulls into the Little Red
Yeah, a bunch,
Schoolhouse.
right? They just let a bunch go. Why
Then if
not?
and then if things got too rambunctious and they ran out into the playground, there's a nice chain link fence to keep all the kids it contained and
Rascally kids
close to
trying
the
run away.
It's like it's
close
just so
to the
odd that
dogs.
it's just so odd that you grow up and they like a petting zoo comes to school and it's like, oh, we have like like a koala, we have like a little duck, and never a couple pit bulls. Why is that?
It's a lot cheaper. I feel like they're everywhere.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
look, they
just-
also bring in snakes too. How about
Right?
those
Why not?
snakes
Yeah,
that
I mean,
bring-
those are vicious. Those things eat people, like,
Oh,
and not a pit bull.
yeah,
It's
but
truly absurd.
I'd rather see a pit bull than a snake in my classroom.
I do not second that. I don't think snakes are faster than pit bulls.
Well,
You'd
that's
be
true.
surprised.
I don't
Hey,
think.
Yeah,
I-
but doesn't a snake just
They slither. They don't
go
like
simply
run.
out?
I heard a great story recently. And of course we take into consideration the effect it really had on the people involved. But
As we always do.
yes. So a
Always.
friend of mine used to work in the field of mental health, and his agency would house mentally ill people. So they found this apartment for this woman, and when they would see her, they would say, "How's the apartment?" And she goes, "I really like the apartment except for the snakes." So they thought that that she needed care, and this went on for quite a while. And they kept having her evaluated, and she was fine, and they just couldn't understand why she was seeing snakes until one of the people who worked for the agency was at her apartment, and a snake went across went across the floor. Come to find out that this particular apartment building was infested with snakes.
I've never heard.
Oh
of
my
that
God.
thing.
Gosh.
What the hell?
And that the whole back of this apartment building, when the people came and started pulling the outside boards of this apartment building, that there were hundreds of snakes
Oh my god!
in the walls of this place.
like a horror movie.
So this poor woman was actually seeing
Snakes.
a snake or
She was
two
not having a schizophrenic episode.
slither across her apartment. Yeah.
Wow, I would have been freaking out.
Oh my gosh.
Well, at
And
least you know
what?
they'll never have mice.
Exterminators
That's true.
cannot do anything about it, because I call them the rat men, were here the other day. We have mice now that we're doing this house renovation.
Oh yeah.
So the guy comes in and he says, "Oh no, if there's a snake in this house, I can't touch it." So
Wow.
the other guy who was here working, the contractor, said that in his own house, he sees snake skins. So
they
he won't
shed?
tell his wife because he just gets rid of the snake on his own.
Uh-huh.
But he says they eat the mice.
Yeah.
And I guess you can't, they're protected. You cannot kill a snake. So our
Really?
pest control guy said, "Hey, I can't do anything about a snake, but I can get rid of your mice." Can you imagine though? They
Wow.
can't.
They can't even get rid of the snake. They can't
Well,
even like
I don't
throw
know.
it
Maybe
somewhere?
they can do it like.
I'm
with
sure
that-
they could relocate the snake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Throw it in
Yeah.
a freaking swamp or something.
But you know who could take care of the snake?
Who?
Your pit bull.
That's right. That's right. It'll love it to death.
No, I thought it was a Komodo dragon.
That too.
The
That'll take
people
care-
can handle all of those
It'll
things.
take care of anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see a snake in my house, much less nesting
No, I wouldn't
area.
want to see a snake.
Oh my
either.
god, let alone 1,000 of them.
Do you guys have mice?
I did in the
No.
Bronx one time when they did like they were did something to the street. They were doing construction on the street, and everybody got mice. All the houses on the block got. It was horrible. There was mice dead in the walls. I have never smelled anything worse than dead mice in the wall.
Bro, it is the worst.
It
It is the
sucks.
worst.
It's horrible, bro. And I was lucky that the mice were dead in the wall I lived on the 3rd floor and they were on the bottom floor. So I would just run upstairs and thank God it would be gone. But my grandma lived on the bottom and that was not, I think she went to Florida. She was like, forget this. I'm going to my Florida house so y'all get this
She said,
together.
I'm leaving the state. I'm
Yeah,
not
she
even gonna
went
fix
to the
the house.
Florida
I'm just
house,
leaving.
bro. Yep.
Oh,
Mice dead in the
man.
walls is horrendous. Horrendous. I forgot how we fixed that, but yeah, a couple of the houses got mice because they're doing construction.
When I was growing up, the school district decided that they were going to knock down Old Lincoln School. Well, contained within Old Lincoln School were hundreds of pigeons.
Oh my God.
So when they knocked
The
it
rocks
down,
with wings.
there were pigeons everywhere.
Oh, alive?
Yeah, alive. And for like a good couple of years when I was growing up, there was just this excess of pigeons around. And there were people in Scotia that apparently were embarrassed because of all the pigeons. And so they referred to them as doves.
Yeah, okay. Really?
For real.
Let me tell you.
That don't
let
look
me
no
tell
damn
you.
doves.
Let me tell
For
you something
real.
about that, Rich. Let me tell you something about that, right? So you met my Aunt Cheryl. So her and my other aunt, they go to the Bahamas, and they're drinking and drinking. And not Aunt Cheryl, my other aunt. She's so bombed. She sees a seagull and she's like, "Oh, they got some pretty pigeons out here, not like
Oh
New
my
York."
God.
So I think that's just I think they're all just drunks if that's what they're calling them.
Yeah.
Doves. I mean,
But
they're all just alcoholics.
But there is a sad part of the story.
Sadder.
Well, when Cheryl's sister met with that Pitbull on the beach.
Oh yeah, that was tragic. That was tragic. You didn't want to bring that up.
I was trying not to.
Yeah, you didn't want to bring it up.
Hate to end the
It
show
hits too
on a
close to
down
home.
note.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we do
Well-
end the episode the same way every time with a prayer.
Not it.
Let us pray. That Father God, I thank you for another show of the No Name Yet podcast. And I ask a special blessing on EJ, a special blessing on Griddy. And that, Lord, I ask that you occupy Pat's house in a mighty and a powerful way while all this work is being done. And that, God, that you guide the workers to put everything right. And that, Lord, when they leave, that Pat and her husband can look around and be satisfied with the work that was done and the time it took to have it done. That we lift up all family members that might be in the hospital and might be in the need of healing. And that, Lord, we lift up those that are sick right now. And that, God, that we know that you can deliver healing and strength and comfort. And so, God, we ask a blessing on everybody who listens and watches the No Name Yet podcast. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Good
And
night.
the Pitbulls.